and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with a very special guest. As you guys can see, this is Hannah.
Hey guys, I'm Hannah Ashton, and I actually have known Meredith for many years. We met on YouTube. My YouTube channel is Hannah Ashton, if you're wondering, and I just finished my freshman year at Belmont, so I'm excited to be in her house today and be back in Nashville, visiting her during the summer to film this.
So as you guys know, I just graduated from Belmont, and like Hannah said, she just finished freshman year there, and so I asked her if she would film this video with me, and so I'm so glad she's here. And as you can tell by the title, we are going to be talking all about our freshman year of college advice. And obviously this is a little bit more fresh on your mind since you just finished freshman year, but I had a few pieces of advice to add too. Also, be sure you check out her channel and subscribe because she's awesome.
Thank you. So I also have a best friend who's coming to be a freshman at Belmont, so I kind of had to think about all the things I've been telling her about. And one of the big things she's worried about, and maybe you guys are worried about, is making friends. I think a lot of people have that fear, like, oh my gosh, what if I don't make my good college friends that I have for forever? Well, my one tip for that is to be super friendly and put yourself out there the first few weeks of school. I found that's when it was most normal for people to introduce themselves just randomly, or in the elevator, knock on people's doors if you want, or leave your door open. And that time during freshman year, like orientation as well, if you want to make friends, go to orientation, go to the first, I guess not everyone has the TT. We have a Towering Traditions thing at Belmont, which I feel like we both talked about on our channel before. But if your school has something like that, where freshmen go to school before everyone else, really use that time. If you're an introvert, just put yourself out there for that short amount of time, and then you can go back and rest. And just so you get some connections and people to hang out with the first few weeks, meet up for dinner, things like that.
Going along with that, I would say don't question your friendships and question whether or not you're fitting in yet, because everyone is new, and so don't be afraid, like Hannah said, to go get out of your comfort zone, talk to people. And kind of my second tip going along with that is to not be afraid to try some new things. So I would say freshman year is definitely the time to dip your toes into all sorts of different things and try to get involved in new clubs and see if there are any new groups or organizations that you want to be a part of. And don't be afraid to do it, even if you don't know anyone joining those as well. If it's something you're interested in, go for it, because personally that's how I found some of my favorite involvement from college.
Yeah, I need to take that advice. My roommate is a great testament to that. She went to the fair and joined all these clubs right off the bat. Coming from my high school where I did so much, I didn't really do that first semester. I kind of pulled away and was like, I don't really want to do anything except school and work and hang out with my friends. But second semester, I actually started working at a boutique on campus. And that's where I met some amazing people, and I really just wanted to work there for the connections. So even if you just get a job on campus, or like you said, any involvement is a great way to make friends. Or a church, if you don't want to do something at your school, find a local church and small groups.
Yes, that's another tip I have, is don't be afraid to church hop and try a new place every single week, and find one that you like the most. Also, like you mentioned, you got a job on campus, which I think is so awesome. And another tip I have is to not be lazy your freshman year, because I'm remembering back to my freshman year and I have so many memories of just sitting in my dorm room watching Netflix and being super lazy, sleeping in all the time when I didn't have class. So
it's really easy to do.
It's so easy, especially when you go from having a strict high school schedule to then only having a few classes a day, or sometimes not having any class at all in a day. Definitely try to get a job or to get involved or work hard in school. Just don't let yourself get too lazy freshman year, because it will get harder in the coming years and you can't get used to that lifestyle.
When I talked to my friends from home when I came back for fall break or Christmas break, and we were kind of debriefing over our first semester, we all said we missed actually having a routine. And my friend and I who were talking, we did really well in high school with okay, this is the schedule, you have lunch break, and then you work on homework during study hall or whatever. So if you enjoyed and you really thrived with your high school routine, doesn't mean you can't set one up. You just go to your 9 a.m. class, and then instead of going back to your room after, go to a place where you can study for the next hour, like you were in a study hall or something like that. So setting up a routine that works for you, whether that's you work mainly in the mornings or mainly at night, figure out what makes you thrive and stick to it. Because yeah, I always felt out of whack when I would get back from my class and be like, well, what should I do today? I could go back to bed, I could watch Netflix, I could film, I could do homework. But I actually, at one point during my college, I made a Google Sheet, Excel spreadsheet, and made myself a schedule.
Smart.
and color coded it.
I love that. Love the color
So it's
coding.
really easy to do, and yeah, I just gotta stick to it.
Kind of going off of what you said a minute ago about going back to your room all the time, I feel like I was such a homebody freshman year and stayed in my dorm room, which I loved my dorm room. Like, I thought it was decorated so cute and cozy, and so that's why I liked spending time in there.
Me too, yeah.
But then if you never leave your dorm, you're never gonna meet new friends, you're never gonna find out about cool things going on campus. So try to challenge yourself to get out of your room, even if you're just like going to the library to work on homework. Like,
Yeah.
I used to hate going to the library because I was like, oh, I'd rather just be in my room. But
It's nice to separate yourself, like from where
Yeah.
you sleep, from where you do your work.
mhm.
I know I hate doing work in my bed,
Mhm.
and my bed was lofted, so I did work at my desk, but even just like leaving your room, it's really good. So I feel like when we first choose our colleges, senior year of high school or whenever, we're all like, yes, like go Bruins, this is gonna be it. And then you may get to school and be like, wow, I really don't fit in here like I thought I would, I'm really not happy here. And you may feel, you know, just kind of like, oh, I made the wrong choice, it's all my fault, and everyone else loves their school so much. But if that's the case, don't worry about transferring. I find that a lot of people actually do it, especially after the first semester or after freshman year. It's a great time to transfer if you just are you really feel out of place. I mean, and you know deep down if it's just like a few things you don't like about the school or whether you just don't like the school as a whole.
Totally agree with that. I feel like there's a lot of like, I don't know if shame is the right word, but I feel like people might feel ashamed if they are like, oh, I don't like this place that everyone else loves and I just don't feel like I fit in here. But it is okay to transfer, and I know plenty of people that did that, and I met plenty of my friends who transferred to Belmont like their sophomore year, and you know, it'll all work out, so don't be afraid to take that step. Another tip that I have is to journal every day, or maybe not every day, but journal often and capture as many memories as you can. I feel like capturing memories, like everybody does that. Everybody takes pictures and videos and stuff, but I wish I had taken more like random videos of my friends, because one of my good friends, she like saves all of her Snapchat videos, and so she has all these fun, crazy memories that she can look back on from freshman year, and I just think that's so sweet. And so I would definitely recommend taking lots of pictures and videos that you're not going to want to forget about one day. And then also, I talked about this in one of my past videos, but I didn't start journaling until my senior year of college, and I really wish I had done it freshman year, because I think it'd be cool to read back through those memories and, you know, remember how I was feeling and what I was doing.
Mine's going back to, my next tip's going back to about friendships. I feel like in movies and stuff, it's always portrayed as like your BFFs with your roommates. And even though I went to school with a girl I already knew and we became really close with our suite mate, like it worked out in my favor. I found that a lot of my friends that not in my room weren't that close with their roommates. And I think that's totally fine. Like a lot of people, they just, you can live and coexist with someone without having to be BFFs, actually, which seems weird. Like, how can I live with someone and maybe not really want to hang out with them? It's totally possible though, especially if both of you are busy and you're heading out of your room to hang out with your friends. So if you and your roommate get off at a rocky start, like don't worry, it's not the end of the world. You'll be good.
The next tip has to do with textbooks and saving money, because if you're an incoming freshman, you might not realize how expensive textbooks are, but I remember, I think mine were the most expensive freshman year just because of the classes I was taking. I would spend like over $500 per semester on textbooks, and that's
Science
just
and math
insane.
books are like $200 each.
Those giant textbooks, and then sometimes you don't even use them, and it's the worst thing
It's
ever.
the biggest scam.
So
of college.
frustrating.
Yeah.
So I would recommend not necessarily just using the book service that your school probably provides, but checking Amazon or Cengage or just really any website you can find online. See if you can find it cheaper, because odds are your school bookstore is probably gonna upcharge you a little bit or a lot.
And if you're in like an English class where it's a novel and not a textbook, one class I actually got the book on Audible, and so my long drives home, I listened to it that way, and so I was like kind of doing homework while driving, but it was really easy. So that doesn't work for textbooks, but yeah, just novels that are normally bought in like a bookstore, you can do that. Okay, so you need to put time in your routine to relax and to like step away from school and maybe even step away from friends and social aspects. Whatever way you like to chill and relax and recharge your battery, you need to find that out fairly early on so that you're not drained every single week, because college can be exhausting when you're living on campus. You see the people all around campus. You see them in your class, in the cafeteria, and you're just like, I need a break. So figure out if you need to go off campus somewhere. I liked going to workout classes off campus. I also like just taking my car. I was thankful I had my car freshman year, and going for a drive to a coffee shop, maybe 20 minutes away from campus. So figure out if you like to go to parties and be social and that recharges your battery, or if you want some alone time, and then schedule that in.
Yes. My thing freshman year was I used to take myself shopping all the time.
I did too.
I have so many memories of just like leaving class, going straight to the mall.
Green Hills Mall.
Yep.
I can't afford really anything there. I was just going Lush and then like look around Nordstrom.
Walk around, take a lap. Yes, totally agree with that though, because I remember, especially first semester freshman year, I felt like I was constantly exhausted, especially being an introvert. For me, it was so hard, like going from, I only had one sibling at home, and so my house was typically pretty quiet, and then you move into a dorm room and your house is constantly full of other people. You know, my room, obviously I just had one roommate, but whole building is just loud.
You're always seeing people. It was weird for me seeing so many people because I went to a small high school and seeing so many guys. Also, my high school didn't have a lot of guys. Belmont doesn't even have that many guys.
Yeah,
but seeing guys like first thing in the morning, like coming down from my dorm, I'm like, okay, I don't have the energy.
Not ready for that.
I don't have the energy.
No. Do you have anything you want to say in the outro?
Just good luck.
Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below.
If you're coming from my channel, subscribe to Meredith. You're gonna love her videos. And I'm so glad she's uploading again.
Oh
I'm
yes,
so glad.
I'm back. We took a little hiatus there, but very glad to be back. Hannah definitely inspired me to do that. So be sure you check out Hannah's channel too if you have not already. And stay tuned if you are a sophomore, junior, or senior in college, because I'm gonna have some more advice videos for all of y'all coming soon.
I'll be ready to watch
my
sophomore year advice.
That's true.
Bye.
All right, bye guys.